about anyone, and it is the 28th of January. So, do you think Arsenal will really buy any player in this transfer season? We're left with about 3 days, and nothing has been done. There are no signs of buying any player. Do you think that Arsenal will really buy a forward? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's just too late. You cannot have a whole transfer season whereby you have injuries and you don't have a plan. You don't have a player that you're already talking about. I've seen a lot to know that Arsenal doesn't care about the January transfer season. I've seen the January transfer seasons where Arsenal has had chances to buy players and didn't. So I won't be surprised if you don't buy any player this transfer season. I don't see any pressure on the Kroenkes, and I don't think they will spend. I know we're in a great position, we're in second position and we're playing, but we're struggling to score goals. I know Champions League was a target for the Kroenkes and they have Champions League. Do you think they are still fighting for the trophy? I don't think so. You know, we may be saying Arteta out and we may be so hard on Arteta, but what can you do if your bosses don't give you money? If they don't give you the players that you want? We have had the Nico Williams situation from last transfer season up to now, but nothing has been done. No efforts have been put. Do you think that Arsenal is going to magically sign a player in the next 3 days? A player that has not been on people's mouth. We've heard of talks about Benjamin Sesko, the likes of we've had talks about Victor Gyökeres, Nico Williams, but the agents are telling us there is no effort. No one has talked to them. Do you think that Arsenal is magically going to sign players that they have not talked to? I don't think there is any serious person that is talking to players that want to come to Arsenal. Are there any players that are interested in coming to Arsenal in the transfer season? No players. Man City has already gotten into. Liverpool, I think, has something like 1. Teams are seriously buying players. Arsenal, that has so many injuries so far, has not put an effort, not even a single effort, to buy players. And I don't think we're buying any players in this January transfer season. I've not seen the Kroenkes talk about any players. I've not seen their involvement. I've not seen them in the playground. When we're playing, I've not seen them around. I've not seen any news link up Arsenal with any player, any serious news apart from rumors. We've not seen agents appear in towns that we expect them to be. Is it going to happen on the last day? We have only 3 days left. 3 days left. If we are to sign a player, a serious player, you cannot tell me that Arsenal is going to purchase a serious player in 3 days. A good player that has been on a team comfortably scoring goals and is going to be a striker that is going to impact on the team in the left 3 days. I think this is it. This is where we should call on the season and we say the season is done for us. I don't think the Kroenkes are going to cash in and we buy players. No. It's season done for us. Arteta can use whatever he has to win if he's to win. But 3 days left, I have lost hope. I have completely lost hope. You won't see Fabrizio talking about any players linked to Arsenal. You won't see Sky Sports talk about players. You won't see any of these people talk about players that Arsenal is linked with. Do you think the players are going to appear magically? Do you think Arsenal is working under the tunnels? Do you know how much effort it takes for a player to decide to leave the club? You won't tell me that in the 3 days, the players that have been actively playing for their clubs are just going to magically accept to leave the clubs. 3 days left. Arsenal has commented nothing about bringing in a player. I think if we can't sort this, then I don't know. Well, the season is done for us. I have not seen any news link us to serious players. You can't get Nico Williams out of Atletico Bilbao when he has been stable at the club, and you just say that you're going to get him out on the last day. I've seen so many people try to. Link up players with Arsenal, but the agents are telling us that there is no one, literally no one, that is talking to the players directly from Arsenal. There would be rumors that Arsenal is looking at these players, but there are no rumors. And I sincerely feel that there is no player that is coming in for the January transfer window. Prove me wrong, Arsenal. Prove me wrong. You have problems with your forwards. You have a Kai Havertz that is having a drought. You have a Saka that is injured. You have a Martinelli that is not performing up to his best. You have a Trossard that has refused to sign a new contract. What are your plans? People need to know, what are your plans? What are you talking to? What are the rumors that are coming out of your camp? There are no rumors from the Arsenal camp. Everything that is on internet is a lie. It's a scam. So I think that Arsenal is not buying players in the January transfer window. And it's going to be after Man City that you realize that Arsenal may not be in the title race anymore. Because we're playing Man City on the 2nd of Feb. Do you think that Arsenal is going to beat Man City without a forward that can motivate these people, without Saka? Do you know what it takes for a team to chase another team with a difference of 9 points? Do you know how much effort it takes a team to lose focus when it is 9 points above you? If Man City claps Arsenal, that will be a difference of 9 points with a game in hand. Do you think Liverpool will give up that race? If Man City gets any closer to Arsenal, do you think it's going to lose any more games? I certainly feel that there has not been any pressure on the Kroenkes. There has been no pressure on Arteta. The team is just drawing. We're not winning. We're out of the FA trophy. We're just waiting for the Carabao, which we already lost 2-0 in the first leg at home, and we have to go to Newcastle to fight for that one. So I feel that Arsenal has caused its own failure this season, and they're not buying players. There are no rumors linking Arsenal to players, real players. If you want to win trophies, show the fans that you're trying to bring in a forward. From Aubameyang, which other forward have you tried to bring in? A good forward, leave alone Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus is going to be out for the whole season. What forward are you bringing? Are you going to just rush players in on the deadline day, like you brought Sterling, that has absolutely lost his confidence, a player that cannot dribble past any player in the Premier League right now? What are you trying to show? Can you bring back at least some lone players to come and play for the team? What's not happening? I feel like I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in Arteta. What are we going to do with this? Do you have any names in mind? Just comment below. I'm saying if he wins, he will win. But if the I know there are so many things people talk about strategies and everything, but if you don't have the right players, you cannot play any strategy and it works. If you need if you have a problem somewhere and you keep complaining about it, you're short of players in the forwards, you're short of forwards, and you keep complaining of that, you're using defenders to score goals. You get it? If you're using forwards to score, or if you're using defenders to score goals, that means you don't have forwards. And instead of using a transfer window to buy good forwards, you're just sleeping. 3 days to go. We had the whole month and we have done nothing. I don't know. After Edu left, I don't know who is in charge of buying players, but whoever is in charge of buying players, he has clearly failed to identify a player. I don't know whether it is. Well, I don't know whether it is that Arsenal just needs perfect players or they just buy anyone. If you are buying anyone, then you can get a player at the end of the transfer window. We can get on deadline day any player that we can buy, and hope that makes anyone at Arsenal happy. But if you wanted players that could really impact the Arsenal football team, then we would have started with the start of the transfer window. How are you going to bring in players that are going to just be disorganized in the team? People that are just going to learn how to play going forward to complete the season. I think I've had enough of this season. I'm already giving up. I don't see any effort of winning the trophy this season. I don't see any effort. If Arsenal needs players, it has to be tomorrow. Tomorrow there has to be a signing. There has to be big news at Arsenal. If you want any good player, the rumors should start tomorrow. If there are no rumors, then there is no player. You cannot tell me you have just 3 days. You have just 3 days to bring in a good player. How are you going to find that good player? The agents of the players are telling us that no, we have not had any contact with Arsenal. Nico Williams' agent, no. Benjamin Sesko, no. Victor Gyökeres, no. Who are you trying to buy that people don't know? Who are you trying to bring in? Cunha, no. The way Cunha was playing for Wolves, I don't think he's ready to leave. People tried to push on the rumors that he was fighting, but the way he was played at the Wolves game, I don't think he's leaving. You have a Gabriel Jesus out. You still have a month of Saka being out. What are you going to do? Are you going to keep using Martinelli and Trossard, playing them in positions that they don't play? Are you going to continue playing Partey where he's not supposed to play? What's not happening? Bring in some players, bring in some good players to come and cover up the gap. If you want players, tomorrow must be the day. It must be the day. You cannot be going to prepare for Man City on Sunday and you don't have a player that is coming in as quickly as possible to play that game. At least to feature in some minutes. How are you going to play a Man City that has Haaland, that has KDB recovered, that is trying to recover its whole midfield? The defenders are back and you're going to play it with no forwards, no good forwards at all. You're playing it with the defense that constantly has injuries. How? Buy some players, at least disappoint us and buy another defender. But bring in a player that can play. What are you preparing for till the end of the season? Have you given up? We've become Netflix. We have to prepare for another season. You know, it's so hurting to see a team causing its own downfall. A team that is very, very good, they cannot accept that we have a mistake here. A team that you see has the potential and doesn't care. You have a season where Man City is not performing well. You have a Liverpool side that you can chase, but you're still giving it another chance to still go beyond what you can do. What's not happening? Buy players. create the impact on the internet. At least cause rumors, give people hope. But now there is no hope. If Man City beats us on Sunday, I'm telling you, after us missing opportunities of buying players, I'm telling you, so many fans are going to be mad. And I know it's going to be over. If Man City beats us, then it is over. I know we have not lost any serious games this year, but you need to put a foundation whereby you don't have to give in to Liverpool to just take over the whole season just like that. Please wake up. Bring in players, bring in forwards, bring in strikers. Recall someone like Lacazette or someone like Uber. I know he has just gone to a new team. Come on, get someone on loan. The people that can, people at Bayern that are not being used, people at Madrid that are not being used. Bring in one player. Get them on loan, buy them. What's not happening? Are we going to keep like this? Are we going to keep on crying and becoming crybabies every time? Bring in a player that can cover up the gap, cover up where Jesus has been playing. Someone that can support Kai Havertz if you're not willing to give him up. Kai Havertz last time got a head injury. What if we get any of those again? What's going to happen? Bring in players now. Now is the time. You don't have to wait the last day to start fumbling and getting any players that you find on the market. Bring in players now. Don't go to Chelsea again to bring us any other nonsense players. Go get players. If there is the other Jesus from Santos, go get that man. Bring him tomorrow. Let him sign the contract and prepare for the Man City game. Why not? Why should it be Arsenal to keep on crying and crying for players? Other teams are buying players. Buy players for the team. Let us try to compete for the trophy. Don't make us be called Netflix every time. Bring in players.